Hey, hello everybody, this is MrSoizes, and today I am re-uploading my Blackened Hurricane wheat, carrot, and potato farm. It is the fastest and most compact design out there today, producing over 300 wheat per minute. It works on lighting updates, so people that are prone to seizures may want to use a night vision potion or look away from their computers while using it. The only real problem with this farm is how fast it's going to be using up your bone meal. If you find yourself in need of more bone meal, make sure to check out Solo Waffle's Solo Bucket mob farm design, which is the simplest and also one of the fastest mob farms that I've ever seen. That'll be on the screen right now and also in the description for if you want to check that out later. If you want to build it, let's go on to the materials you're going to need and how to build it. And make sure to stay tuned for the end of the video where I show you how to make it an industrial farm. The materials you're going to need are 16 non-transparent blocks, 3 dispensers, 3 dirt, 5 redstone dust, 1 hopper, 2 redstone torches, 1 lever, 1 water bucket or an ice block and a torch, and a wooden hoe. Plus you're going to need a whole crud ton of bone meal. Well, I guess it depends on how much of these you want, but yeah, you're going to need a whole bunch of bone meal. And then seeds, potatoes, or carrots, whatever one you want to multiply. What you want to do is get a 5x3 area. You want to place down 4 blocks as your floor here. And now you want to make a tunnel, a 3 long tunnel, 2 blocks tall, with a ceiling just like that. Alright, now go inside of here. Take out the 3 middle blocks and replace them with dispensers, all facing to this center block right here. If I was to place a block right there, they would all be facing there. Now you want to place a hopper facing downwards like that, with a torch above it on the right side and a torch over here on the right side, and a dirt block right underneath all of these dispensers. Now go get your redstone dust and place redstone dust along the front top blocks and also along the right side. Now you're going to need to reset this burnout clock by flicking it off, on, and now you can turn the machine off by just flicking it again. And go to the back here, make sure there's no light. Because this works on lighting updates, you need to make sure there's no light in the machine at any given time. So you need to have those blocks blocked off. And now in this corner, you also want to place a water block. You can make it so it doesn't flow if you want to, or you can melt ice, but make sure you don't update the blocks around it if you're going to do that. Now what you need to do is hoe your land and fill your dispensers all with bone meal. What's happening in this machine is that the redstone torches are actually creating lighting updates to the wheat, and as they turn off and turn back on, they are breaking the wheat and then giving it a chance to be placed again. And then as one turns off, then the other one's going to start going, and then this one will then they'll switch back and forth, and you're just going to get a whole bunch of wheat. It's very, very simple. Sometimes it doesn't click right away though, so if we just put in bone meal in all of these just to show you, and let's just say that we want carrots. Okay, so what the last 2 dirt are for these, for right there and there, but you need to turn on the machine, put that last block in, switch to your carrots or potatoes, which should be in the furthest left slot that you have open. Alright, and then go ahead, I'm just going to go into game mode 0, which is survival, and I'm just going to right click. Now you see that there's these green particles, but if there is no green particles like this, you can see that the green particles are going away, and there's just that smoke. It's not actually bone mealing the crop at all, and your AFKing is going to result in no extra crops whatsoever. So what you actually want to do is click it a few times, and if you don't see, you just want to like right click, but if you don't see the green particles, then what you want to do is just try clicking again until you do see the green particles, or you can just see that your carrots or potatoes or your wheat are actually multiplying, because your inventory is what you're using as a chest, and that hopper only relieves your inventory with 5 slots. So if you want to industrialize it and make it so there's more slots that it can take, and also that you can AFK for just slightly longer, then let's go ahead and do that now. But otherwise, you can go and make this farm now and use it and, you know, share it with your friends because you're an awesome person like that. And let's just go back into creative. And yeah, let's go and I will show you how to industrialize this farm. To industrialize your storage, what you want to do is come over to the back, replace this floor block with a dropper facing into a hopper that is facing into a chest, which can be a double chest if you want it to be. And then you could also have a storage array if you wanted to coming down from that to increase the amount of bone meal that your farm can hold. And this also increases the amount of time that you can AFK with it. Just place blocks with redstone on top like that and remove the redstone that was on top of this dispenser, and instead place hoppers going into your dispensers just like that, and then choose one side and place a hopper going into one of your other hoppers on the edge, and then two hoppers facing into that one that's going downwards. And you can have just a chest on top of this, or an ice stream that's bringing bone meal into this hopper, something. However you want to have bone meal going into there, you just need to have bone meal going into this hopper. And what it's going to do is, if I throw some in here, it's going to go ahead and fill up this dispenser first, and then it will fill up that one, and then it'll fill up this one. So you're going to need a lot of bone meal. Remember the solo bucket, which is going to be in the description. If you do want to industrialize it like this, then you're definitely going to want to build something like the solo bucket. Here on the TemuCraft server, I have the solo bucket feeding into a collection system which sorts all of the mob drops. Here we go. I have all my bones going into these chests. It's actually quite a few. Then all I have to do is turn bones into bone meal like that, throw it into an item stream, they go up into an item stream like that, and then they go over to here where they funnel over through all of these hoppers and get put into all of these hoppers here. As you can see, this last one is just filling up. There we go. And now all that I have to do, place one block, turn on the system, place the other block, switch to my potatoes, and I have potatoes for days. Then what will I do with those potatoes, you may ask? Let me show you. Well, after about 3 minutes of AFKing, these are all the potatoes that I got. And of course poisonous potatoes, which you can't actually use for much except for poisoning yourself. I have a farmer villager right here. All that I do is go to his potato trade. Oh, it's locked. Huh, what am I going to do now? Well, cool thing is, I've also used this for carrots. So all I have to do is trade him a few carrots. He's going to love me forever. There we go. And I can go and trade him a whole bunch of potatoes and get all the emeralds in the world. Oh yeah. Just go out of his inventory once he's not liking you much anymore, and then go back and trade him more potatoes. I'm just clicking 3 times to get them to go back into here. There we go. And he usually will refresh his trade. If he doesn't, trade him a few carrots. If he doesn't like that, maybe trade him a few wheat. See, he's gonna have wheat, potatoes, carrots, and you can also make the Duke Minecraft's pumpkin farm if you want to do that too, like I have right there. And you just saw it work. So I just keep trading him. Oh, he doesn't want it anymore. Let's trade him this. Carrots a little bit. And now he wants to trade again. And I can just trade and trade and trade. And you can see in the little bit of time that I was talking to you, in about 4 minutes I have more than half a stack of emeralds. So very, very cool. Of course it took a lot of setting up, but that is what you can do with the industrial version of my farm. Thank you guys so much for watching. That is all the industrializing that I think I can tell you, other than if you did want to, all you have to do is just place an ice block here with a torch on top, and that will make your water source block just floating there. And that is absolutely everything I can tell you about this. If you think of anything else of how to improve this design, I would love to know myself, so that on the TemuCraft server I could do that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in my next episode.